Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new AviationJack video. Today we're going to fly the Lingus Airbus A320 from Dublin to Birmingham, and this is a member requested flight. Did you know that you can become an AviationJack member simply by clicking the join button on the channel? If you are interested in becoming a member of the channel, then do take a look at the special perks that you receive. There are 3 levels: economy, economy plus and business level. Right, so let me take you all through the flight plan of today's flight. We are Shamrock 95 Whiskey Dublin to Birmingham, Airbus A320. We have a lovely flight time today of just 36 minutes. We're cruising flight level 230, cost index is 7, and then we're taking 179 passengers, so we are full today down to Dublin. We're on the Liffey 3 Juliet departure, runway 28 right, and then arriving into Birmingham on runway 15 on the Malu 1 Bravo arrival. There is some turbulence at top of climb, not too much. And then if I show you the route map for today's flight as well. There we go. So this is our route map today. Very basic, straight line, slightly down, straight into Birmingham. So looking at the SID on departure today, if we overlay it onto the charts, as you can see, we're departing off 28 right, which is the runway just over here. 28 left, so we're going to be taking a upwards on the north of the airport and then going to 28 right like so. Once we depart 28 right, we're going to take a right hand turn up to Delta Whiskey 129, where we should be at maximum speed of 210. Flight level 90 by Delta Whiskey 124, and then our SID ends here where we need to be at flight level 230 by Liffey. Now there's no ATC on, so we're not going to follow any ATC restrictions. We're just going to be straight away climbing up to our cruise altitude of 280. Welcome to the flight deck, everyone. We're going to start powering up the aircraft. So we're going to go to the overhead panel and we're going to select battery 1, battery 2 and external power on. Brilliant. IRSs need to all come to nav 1, 2, then 3. Cruise supply on. We're going to up the lighting here as well. We're going to leave on the centre fuel pumps, so we leave them off for the moment. Nav and no-go light to 1, seatbelt signs on, no smoking signs to auto, and emergency exit lights to arm. Down onto the pedestal, we're going to set 122.8, which it already is, which is brilliant. We'll also turn on the PAs for the cabin. Not sure if I've got the Aer Lingus pack, unfortunately. 2000 on the squawk is perfect. ATSU menu over here to the right. And then coming to our EFB, we're going to go to the Fenix tablet, tap to import from SimBrief, mass and balance, load the aircraft, GSX boarding only, and we'll load the fuel instantly into the aircraft. We can now switch on the 2 centre fuel pumps. AOC menu, flight init data request, and then we'll start planning the FMGC. Init request. Yeah, this is the EasyJet announcements, unfortunately. Always forget to load them in every time. IRS, align, confirm, return, wind, and we're going to do a wind request as well. That will load in on its own. Clear off these messages at the bottom. Like I said, today we're Shamrock 95 Whiskey. That can go into the flight number page. Cost index was 7, and we're cruising flight level 280. Flight plan on departure then, as we know, we're departing runway 28 right. And it was on the Liffey departure. So we'll go down to Liffey. I believe it was a 3 Juliet. I need to double check now. Yes, Liffey 3 Juliet. So let's select 3 Juliet and insert that. We can't do anything else in the FMGC until boarding has completed. So in the meantime, we'll set up the MCP instead. If we come over to the Fenix tab and then go to the My Flight, Meta, winds are 2109 knots here. We've got 13 degrees, few clouds scattered and broken. QNH is 1008 with no significant changes. So QNH 1008, set that on both sides like so. VOR, 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 and CSTR, we're also going to set the altitude of our cruising straight away, straight up to 280. There we have it. And we're also going to switch that to 10 nautical miles. Now, as the passengers are boarding through the air bridge, it shouldn't take too long to get the passengers on. So I think what we'll do is we'll switch on the master switch for now, and then we can start the APU and Good news guys, boarding has just completed. We are now going to shut all the doors on the aircraft, only because that means, for some reason the forward cargo won't shut. Maybe GSX has to do that. Oh, there we go, it's doing it itself, that's why it was greyed out. Cool, we're going to switch on the beacon light to get GSX to initiate the pushback. In the meantime, while they do that, we're going to do the rest of our bits and bobs. So, because this is all done, we're now going to send this to our MCDU. Once we click that, you'll see down here all of the block fuel, 0 fuel weight, and 0 fuel weight centre of gravity is all put into the MCDU. Next, we're going to do our takeoff performance page. So, departure perf, 28 right, drive, force toga, anti-ice off, packs will be off as well, flap optimum, sync the final load sheet, sync live weather as well. And we're going to calculate and send this information to the MCDU. Just going to accept that load sheet as well. 179 plus 3 was our closing figure. So 148, 148, 148 is all of our speeds. Pretty much V1 rotate straight away. Flaps 1/down 0.5 is the flaps and trim setting. And flex temperature is 65 degrees altogether. If we go back to our thing up here, the tropo is 34564. 34564. There we go. And that's changed that. GSX is now locking our gear, getting us ready for our pushback and departure. Ignore the reverser. That is not a bug, but when I plug in the wing and throttle thing, for some reason it activates the reversers and they get locked, but it goes eventually. So. Dublin traffic, Shamrock 95 Whiskey, pushing back from stand 318 left, Dublin traffic. Okay, let's release the parking brakes. Parking brakes released. Ignition start switch. And then we'll start up engine 1 once I shut the flight deck door. There we go. That's fine, ignore that. Engine 1, power it up. Oh look, there's an Ryanair landing. That was good timing. Let's hope we get a good landing. Nice flare. Maybe a bit early. There we go. Touchdown. Lovely. Here comes engine 1 starting up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard our Airbus A320. Please pay attention to illuminated emergency exits on the air. The cabin crew are now pointing out the exit routes. Air supply fails. Masters drop. Waiting your confirmation for a good. Cabin crew sequencing.
And just like that, we're just about to approach runway 28 right. Cabin is all ready, landing lights, strobe lights and takeoff lights on. TARA is set, we also have our weather radar on as well, so we're set to go. Dublin traffic, Shamrock 95 Whiskey, taking off runway 28 right, Dublin traffic. Great, shall we do it then? My TCA is screwing over my rudders a little bit. There we are. Brilliant stuff, 50%, nose down pressure. Stable. Manflex 66, SRS runway, also thrust blue. .100 knots checked. 1, rotates. Positive climb, gear up. Autopilot 1. Dublin traffic, Shamrock 95 Whiskey, airborne, passing 1100 on the Liffey 3 Juliet departure. Thrust climb, climb. Bye bye Dublin.
Dublin traffic, Shamrock 350 over, takeoff runway 28 right, Dublin.
Look at those wings bouncing around, sure is a little bit turbulent here today. And we're going to pop on pack 1. Wait 10 seconds and then pop on pack 2, speed check, flaps up. Up comes the flap. Lovely stuff, really lovely. And pack 2 on. We'll switch off the landing lights, runway turn flights, taxi lights off as well. Ground spoilers can be disarmed. And just like that guys, we are airborne, we are on our way to Birmingham, where hopefully the weather is sunny just like it is today outside my window. It's such lovely weather today. It's somehow 17 degrees. We've gone from 5 to 17 and it's absolutely brilliant, absolutely perfect weather. Really, really nice. As you can see, we've got a bit of weather as well just to the left of us. Thankfully we are getting further and further away from that one, so not too bad. We're going to set standard pressure on both altimeters. There we go. And now we're climbing nicely up to our cruise flight level of 280. And lovely tailwind as well, about 30 knots. They're saying that those clouds in front do look a bit funny, don't they? Funny looking clouds. Welcome back to the flight deck everyone. So I know we haven't quite reached our cruise altitude, however it's such a short flight we have to actually start planning for the arrival now in order to get to our top of descent in time. So without further ado, let's start planning the arrival into Birmingham. Runway 15 today on the Mallard 1 Bravo Star. And we're going to come in straight away on the ILS 15 final, so we'll select that one. From Chase, it will direct us into Charlie Foxtrot 15, straight into runway 15 here at Birmingham, and we'll plan to vacate at around Charlie, possibly Echo, and then, I don't know, park up anywhere I want to. If you look at the charts going into Birmingham, Mallard flight level 270, which is pretty good because our cruise is 28, so we'll pretty descend literally at Mallard just before. And then coming further down, we'll get to knock in at flight level 200 and then chase flight level 90. So in our MCP, we'll set flight level 90, as that would be, then, oh actually, what am I doing? Can't do it just yet, can I? There we go, leave it like that. We'll do that once we reach cruise altitude. But in the meantime, we will start planning the MCDU for all our arrival bits and bobs. Also looking at the META into Birmingham. It is 2107 knots on the wind, scatter clouds at 2,100 feet, 14 degrees, and QNH is 1013. Not too bad at all actually. 14 degrees quite nice, clouds aren't too low, so it's pretty decent. Right, yeah, let's start planning this. Glide slope and localizer has both just been activated here in the green. Now we've also got the approach phase armed. We had a very steep approach into Birmingham. Thankfully we managed to recover it ever so slightly. We're still 9 miles out, so as long as I can get the speed down, I think we'll be okay. So there we go, speed check, flaps 1. We've got the ground spoilers doing their thing, helping us get the speed down. It's an extremely steep approach from 9,000 feet to Chase to 2,500 feet almost immediately. So we had to go direct to Charlie Foxtrot 15 just to help us out. A bit windy as well. Not the smoothest flight today. But with those crosswinds of about 70-80 knots, to say I'm not very surprised. They do produce quite a bit of turbulence. But either we're now on the way, all on track. Landing lights, takeoff lights, seatbelt signs are all on. Auto brake medium for arrival. And we're doing a flap 3 config landing today. So we're going to switch on landing config 3. Speed check, flaps 2. There's flaps 2 coming down nicely. Absolutely beautiful. And then we will also drop the gear now, help us with the drag. And speed checked, flaps 3. There we go. And we are now sorted for the arrival. We'll bring in the ground spoilers, arm them. There we go, ground spoilers are armed. Managed to fix the steep approach somehow, just about. Autopilot disconnected. I have control. And we've got a 20 knot crosswind, so it is very windy here in Birmingham today. Not the smoothest of weather. Or the wind, should we say. It should die down to about 7 knots once we reach closer to the runway anyway, so not the end of the world. Looks very nice. FS Sidestick Plus really does add quite a nice amount of simulation, doesn't it? And guys, if you do want FS Sidestick Plus, you can use my link in the description below to buy it there, because I get asked all the time what I'm using for the head shake and camera movements. So it's Chaseplane combined with FS Sidestick Plus. Links in the description if you want to have a little look at it. Okay, 2 whites, 2 reds, looking good. Birmingham traffic, Shamrock 95 Whiskey on final for runway 15, Birmingham traffic.
100 above.
Not been in a while.
Minimum.
Continue. Okay, 2 different readings from the ILS and the Pappies.
Flight slow. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard.
There's a bump there. Touchdown. And reverses. Oh my god, where's the aircraft going? What the hell? Lovely. Reverses. I got scared. I saw the bump in the runway and was like, Not quite sure where the aircraft was going at that point. Started veering off to the left. Okay, manual braking, reverses stowed. Welcome to Birmingham, everyone. That touchdown was a bit chaotic towards the end. Landing rate was -74. I think that might have been the bounce. I think we did bounce on the runway ever so slightly. But -74 was the landing rate for the second bounce. I think it was a bounce anyway. Okay, fire up the APU. Touch the brakes, and we're going to vacate here to the left. It's an aircraft. Oh, it's not an aircraft landing. I thought it was an aircraft landing then. Right, flaps up, ground spoilers in. And we'll stop the clock there. 36 minutes, exactly what it said on SimBrief. Love it when it's accurate. Start up the APU, taxi lights, strobe lights off. And that looks good to me. We're going to switch off the weather radar and predictive wind shear. Switch that to TA. And now we're going to choose somewhere to park up. I think we'll just go straight here onto Whiskey. I think these would be good enough to park on, don't you? I do.
Please make sure you take all your personal belongings with you. Check your pockets, and overhead locker.
Okay, let's choose gate 40 right at the end.
Overhead locker.
So select from map. 40, select. Request follow me, nope. And we want, let's go with Swissport. There we go. And taxi lights off. APU bleed on. Reset that one now. Look at the TUI jetway. TUI branding. Okay, slow it down here. And swing it to the left. Oh, shame you can't really see the aircraft. You see it now? No. There we have it. My PC's screaming in the background. Stop, parking brakes, set, engine 1, engine 2, cut off, and then we'll go to beacon light off, seatbelt signs off, deboarding shall commence, and then we'll select deboard on the EFB. And guys, that concludes today's full flight video from Dublin to Birmingham. This was a member requested flight from a member of the channel. If you'd like to see your flight request on the channel, then do become a member. They do get prioritised flight requests and bump straight to the top of the list. So if you want to join the membership, it is in the description below as well, where it says join, and you can have a look at all the perks you get at becoming an AviationJack member. Anyway guys, I will catch you all in the next video. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all shortly. Bye!